So I wanted to start this video off on this screen right here because our game today is against the Lions. Dylan Fairchild is out for 3 weeks because of personal issues, as you saw on your screen right there. Also, we have no Teddy K for another week for some reason. He got hurt in practice. So our really difficult game of the season and 2 of our linemen are out for this game. Now, I gotta tell you guys this game was very frustrating to record. The file got corrupted 4 different times, and I had to go through every method possible on the internet to get it to work. Now, normally I would just redo the game, but this game is so good with how it ends, I could not redo this game. This game is one of those games where the ending will very much surprise you, and I promise you, you do not know how this is going to end. Anyway, though, Joe Burrow does throw an interception right there, and I'm not expecting our offense to do anything today. I just really hope our defense can get the job done, because our offensive line is just shattered and broken. So with the fact that we actually just jumped right there, they didn't call the offsides or neutral zone, but we did technically jump. But with all that being said, I'm expecting our offense to take a really big setback. So, for the guy who always comments, why do we keep having 400-yard games? This is not going to be a 400-yard game. On the other side, they got Jared Goff in this Lions offense. Honestly, I think the Lions are one of the teams that's the most complete across the board. Defensively, offensively, and special teams, as they just made that field goal. So this is one team on our schedule that scares me the most. But let's just see how this goes. 1st down and 10 for Joe Burrow. Toss play to the right-hand side. Caught by Chase Brown. Also, we'll get into that. The MVP race, and it's early, okay? It's week 4. But right now, Joe Burrow is number 2 in the MVP race of this franchise series. Number 1 is Baker Mayfield. Number 3 is Lamar Jackson. So, a little side note for the MVP race, it's Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, Joe Burrow, and then Lamar Jackson. So, 2nd and 7 here. Pass down the field is caught by Amon-Ra St. Brown, the sun god. As 1st and 10 now at the 46-yard line for the Lions. Under pressure, throws, and it's incomplete. Jordan Battle drops the interception on the play. But it won't be long because 2nd and 7 or 2nd and 10 here is a sack, fumble recovered by Demetrius Knight Jr., our 2nd round draft pick, who actually just signed his contract yesterday, not yesterday, 2 days ago, is making the play to start off this game. So, again, our offense is going to struggle, but our defense so far is looking pretty dang good. 1st down 10 here, pass for Joe Burrow, looks, throws, caught by Jamar Chase. Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4 for the Bengals. Run play here, and he is swallowed up in the backfield. 3rd down and 7 here. It's going to go ahead and be a pass play down the field, and it is caught by T. Higgins. 1st and goal, Bengals. They jump, and this time they actually call it. Ironically enough. That's one penalty in Madden that rarely ever gets called, I feel like. 1st and goal for the Bengals here. Pass play, looking, throws, touchdown, Jamar Chase. And the score is 7-3 Bengals. As the Bengals take the lead in the 1st quarter here. But Detroit is not giving up as they find their tight end, Sam Laporta, for a 1st down on the play. 1st down 10 here. It's going to be some motion in the ocean. It's going to go ahead and be a run play by Gibbs. And Gibbs is going to gain almost nothing. 2nd down and 10 now. It's going to be some motion in the ocean by number 12. Pass play, looking, throws. Amon-Ra St. Brown yet again. Another 1st down here. 1st down and 10. Pass play again. Simple dink and dunk to Gibbs right there. 2nd down and 4. It's going to go ahead and be a quick pass to the right-hand side. That is caught. 1st down. Jamison Williams. 1st down 10, pass down the field on Cam Taylor-Britt. And Amon-Ra St. Brown just outboxing Cam Taylor-Britt right there for that football. Pass play down the field again, caught, broken tackle. Cannot afford that in this type of game, Bengals. We cannot afford these broken tackles. When the guy is catching it, get him on the ground. 2nd and 8, run play up the middle. It's going to be a gain of 4. Gibbs on the play. 3rd down and 4, pass play for Jared Goff, and it is in and out of the hands of Sam Laporta. Would have been a touchdown. So they are going to settle for a field goal here to make the score 7-6. Now, a game like this, every single point, very, very important. So you're going to see on both sides of this game that both teams are going to take the points when they are given the points. Like, nobody's going for it in tricky situations. I know they got Dan Campbell, but with how this type of game is going to go, you need every point you can get. And yes, it does come down to that. 1st down and 10, play action pass, looking, throws. Caught out of the backfield right there by number 34. Who is that? 1st down, though, by Drew Sample right there. 1st down and 10 with Jamar Chase in the backfield. Again, this is something we've seen many, many times. Zach loves calling this year. And so far, hit or miss, it has worked to great extents at points. 1st down and 10 here. Again, Jamar Chase in the backfield. You know, hey, listen, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And he goes right back to it yet again. 2nd down and 5. By the way, that's going to be some foreshadowing right there. 2nd down and 5. Pass play here. Looking. Throws. It is caught by Mike Gesicki on the left-hand side. 3rd down and 5 at the 29-yard line of Detroit. Cincinnati looks under pressure. Throws. And it is caught. Jamar Chase yet again. Uno. Chase is on the case. 1st down and 10. Pass play is incomplete. Knocked out of the hands of Chase on that left-hand side. 2nd down and 10 here. It's going to be a run play up the middle for Chase Brown. And Chase Brown's going to gain 3 on the play. 3rd down and 7 for the Bengals here. Empty base set. Trying to get in the end zone for the 2nd time today. And Joe is sacked. And he is sacked by Aiden Hutchinson. 4th and 18. They will settle for a field goal here to give them a 4-point lead midway through the 2nd quarter here. 1st down and 10 for the Lions. Pass play looking. Throws. And it is caught. And thankfully did not break the tackle right there. 2nd down and 3 here. Pass play, looking, throws, and it is caught by Sam Laporta. And he gets a nice block tackled by Jordan Battle on the play. 1st down and 10 now, under center for Jared Goff. Sam Laporta in motion. It's a pass play. Out of the backfield, checks it down to the running back. Lost the 5 on the play. 2nd and 15 here. Back under center for Jared Goff. Another pass play. This one is caught by Sam Laporta. Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd down and 12 for the Lions. In shotgun. Pass play here. Looking all day to throw it. Somehow Barrett Carter trying to get to the quarterback cannot get to him. So they will have to settle for 3 here to make it a 1-point ball game. And Jared Goff visibly upset on that play. He definitely wanted some type of penalty flag. 1st down and 10 here. Pass is pick 6. Pick 6 Lions. Yeah. You know, it wasn't to Jamar Chase, but it was a pass into the backfield. And there's little quick passes we like to throw to Jamar Chase. That's when I said foreshadowing, because that's the scary part of those situations. When you throw passes in the backfield like that, there's always a chance the safety could, sniff it out and potentially intercept it. So, very, very painful as they do jump off sides. Joe is getting them on the hard count today. This is insanely crazy, to be honest. He has gotten them now a couple times on the hard count, but yeah, again, like I said, it's one of those situations when it works, it works. When it doesn't, it doesn't. And when it doesn't work and the safety reads the play, you sometimes have a guy going the opposite way there. Looks like T. Higgins would easily caught that, but Chase Brown got in his way on the play. 2nd down and 10, run play up the middle is a gain of 1. Brings us down to less than 3 minutes to go before halftime here. 3rd down and 9, Cincinnati down by 6 in this contest. Throws, and it is over the head of the receiver, and that's going to bring up a punt for Cincinnati. 2:40 to go before halftime. Lions lead by 6 with football. Let's see what they're going to do on this play. It's going to be a check down pass to number 12 right there for a gain of 6. Before the 2-minute warning, just gets it off before the 2-minute warning, and Jared Goff is sacked on the play by Joseph Asai, which will bring up 3rd down and 19 for Detroit. Definitely not what you want to see there if you're Detroit, as they just try to run the ball to get better field position for their punter. 1st down and 10 for the Bengals. Joe Burrow in shotgun. Pass play caught. And Chase Brown felt it on that play. 2nd down and 7 here. Another pass play is going to go ahead and be to Yoshi as Analozi? I forget how to say the middle linebacker's name, but he absolutely destroyed our boy right there, Yoshi. So, 1st down and 10, and Jared Goff is smashed as he throws the ball by Barrett Carter. 2nd down and 10 here. Pass play to the left-hand side is caught. And that will be a 1st down for Detroit. They are not using their timeouts. So I guess that kind of gives a little bit more of a praise to the Bengals defense here, that they wouldn't be using their timeouts. But on 2nd and 6, pass to the right-hand side, they probably should have been using their timeout. So 6 seconds left. We got a Hail Mary for Jared Goff. Can he get this ball to the end zone? And yes, he can. Okay, so it did get intercepted by Geno Stone. But if we're being honest here, man, that was a really good pass. That was 60-some-odd yard of a pass right there to the end zone. Like, not many quarterbacks are getting that ball from the 40 to the end zone like that. So it was an interception, but I think we can all give Jared Goff a little bit of credit on that play, because that was an absolute missile he just threw out there. All right, so we got a halftime game break here. Let's see what's going on in the AFC North. Oh, bonjour. We got a international game, Vikings-Browns, and the Browns are killing the Vikings right now. So I'm not sure if Shedeur Sanders is benched or if he's hurt, but he has not started since week 1. We got a West Coast game. Bonjour. Chargers are letting the Commanders have it right now as they are winning 20-9. Then we got a Ravens-Texans update. Texans beat the Ravens, so the Ravens are 2-3 on the year. Texans currently sitting at 4-1. With that Joe Mixon 78 yards and a touchdown in that game. I forgot that the Texans got Christian Kirk. I completely forgot about that. See, that's why this franchise here is so awesome. I forget these guys get signed somewhere, and then I see them in this franchise, and I'm like, oh, that's where that guy went. 3rd down and 12. Pass play is over the head of Jamar Chase. He had him. He definitely had Jamar Chase on the play. And just mistakes were made. Jared Goff now just trying to show us what type of missile he has. Wow, that was another really big throw. I gave him all that gas before halftime, and now he's just trying to show he can throw it like 80 yards every single play. With that being said, though, remember, guys? Fig Newton. And Fig Newton with the pick 6. Oh, man, that is 14 points that our defense... not 14 points. That's 7 points our defense scored today. 7 points. So, shout out to the boys, man. Shout out to this defense today, because, sometimes we talk trash about them. Sometimes we give them, a lot of heck. But today, they're keeping us in this ball game. With that 7-point score right there. 2nd down and 1 now. It's going to go ahead and be some motion in the ocean under center for Jared Goff. Back in the backfield is Gibbs. Play action pass, and it's a sack, fumble. Jordan Battle is going to rip that ball out of the hands of Jared Goff, recovered by Cam Sample. And just like that, Cincinnati is rolling as they got a sack, fumble after that touchdown. And this defense is fired up, man. Al Golden has this defense just ringing on all cylinders. First down 10 here for Joe Burrow. Check down pass, cross the middle, caught by Mike Gesicki into Lions territory. First down 10 now at the 22-yard line. Burrow pass play here, looking, throws off the hands. Just definitely not it's not Burrow's day today, man. It is not Burrow's day. And I don't know if it's the offensive line that's like getting in his head, and if he's remembering like 2020, Joe, where he got hit so many times. I mean, I will say overall wise, he hasn't been sacked that many times today. But they will have to settle for 3 here. So off the sack, fumble, they do get 3 points off of it there. But again, maybe he's thinking about the old time, and maybe that's in his head. But I gotta say, the offensive line, not too bad today. They've been pretty serviceable. Scott Peters has the unit ready to go, even given the circumstances of having some guys out. Second and 13 here, pass for Jared Goff, and it is... Okay, so that pass was also a little wide. As you saw, the guy had to go up and catch that football. So it's like both quarterbacks today just kind of little off on their throws. And that's definitely hurting when it comes to offensively for this game. First down 10, though, for the Bengals. It's going to go ahead and be an empty base set, look, throw, and this is caught by none other than Jamar Chase. I don't know why I thought that was T. Higgins for a second. First down 10, pass play down the field, and he overthrows Jamar Chase. Oh, man. He had Chase. That's like the second time today I feel like he had Chase for a touchdown. And he just overthrew it as right there, Gesicki gets the wind knocked out of him, and the ball does spurt out loose. But, man, it is just not Joe's day today. Which, in a game like this, you need it to be your day, man. First down 10 here. It's going to go ahead and be a play-action pass. Looking, throws, and it is caught to the left-hand side. Gain of 8 on the play. Jared Goff fired up on that play. Second down and 2 for the Lions. Run play at the middle, and they are not going to get any yards on that play. And then they're going to run the ball. Play action on 3rd and 2. Looking under pressure, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Demetrius Knight Jr., and that's going to be another Bengals pick 6 on the play. And just like that, the Bengals defense have now scored 14 points on this Lions offense. So definitely, I mean, you could even make the argument the sack fumble by Cam Sample and Jordan Battle, that gave the Bengals 3 points. So theoretically speaking, the defense scored 17 points. Which, with only 27 points, as Moma Jagmita with the sack in the backfield. But with only 27 points scored, 17 of them were all defense, which is crazy to say out loud. But shout out to the defense for getting the job done, man. We needed something like this. We needed a game like this, man. Anyway, first down 10 after that weird conversion for the Lions. And it's going to be another great pass here to Sam Laporta all the way down to the 34-yard line. 34-yard line on the play. First down 10 here, play action, pass to the right-hand side, caught. And that's going to be down to around the 29-yard line on the play. Second down and 5 here. Jared Goff under center. Pass play looking under pressure, but he gets it off, and that's going to be another catch by Gibbs. And that's going to be another Lions first down. Pass play here looking all day to throw it. Jared Goff throws it away as he was about to get sacked on the play. Second down and 10 for Jared Goff at the 19-yard line. It's going to go ahead and be a shotgun pass here. Looking, throws, caught by number 12. All the way down to bring up 3rd and 3. So now going into the fourth quarter, Cincinnati leads by 11, but the Lions are in scoring range. Pass play here to the right-hand side is caught down to the 5-yard line. First and goal here, run play up the middle, touchdown Lions as Gibbs muscle hamsters his way into the end zone. Now they will go for 2 to make this a 4-point game, but Logan Wilson has other things up. That's Cam Sample, not Logan Wilson. Okay, my bad. Logan Wilson got a great snap on that football, but it ended up being our other guy who got the, final say, Cam Sample. Check down pass right here, and honestly, if you're Cincinnati here, you just need a good long drive here where you just go down the field, you rest your defense, and you don't worry about anything else. It all starts on 3rd and 2, though, as we get a first down to Jamar Chase. So I said that, and then my brain was like, bro, don't go 3 and out, please. T. Higgins for a gain of 8 on the play. Also, a little side note, if you guys are probably already noticed, the play clock, Mike Gesicki. Actually, no, that's Yoshi, actually. The play clock is gold, and we also have the Fox NFL on the top right. This is a Fox game. So, our other games we've had so far have been CBS sports games. I think technically the first game of the season is an ABC game. Touchdown, Chase Brown! Technically, the first game of the season is an ABC game. The rest are CBS games. This is our first non-CBS games outside of week 1. Now, I don't know why Bengals Browns week 1 is not CBS, but it's not. It's ABC. I don't know why. But anyway, though, this is our first non-CBS game outside of that. And it's Fox, which makes sense because Fox always does NFC. 3rd down and 10 for the Lions. Pass play here, looking in shotgun, and it's a sack fumble. Somehow they're able to recover it as B.J. Hill came from the back and just smacked that ball out of Jared Goff's hands. I don't know how they were able to cover on that play, but that's a good thing for them because it's already a 12-point game with 9:44 to go. It's the last thing you want here. All right. If we just have a decent... If we don't try to throw a pick 6 here, we'll be fine. 3rd down and 10 for Burrow, and it's incomplete. So the Bengals go 3 and out after getting that sack fumble. And now let's see what the Lions are going to do. 2nd down and 2 here. Pass play for the Lions. Caught by Sam Laporta. Down to the Bengals 35-yard line. It's going to go ahead and be a play-action pass looking down the field. And that is caught by number 12, Jameson Williams. Down to the 4-yard line. And just like that, Detroit is in scoring range as he went up to get that football and paid the price with that hit. 1st and goal here. It's a pass to the left-hand side, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Geno Dax Hill. I don't know why I thought that was Geno Stone. Dax Hill got the interception on the play, and just like that, Detroit was denied entry. As it's going to go ahead and be Bengals football here now at the 25-yard line as a really promising drive ends very quickly by this Bengals defense. But let's see what the Bengals can do as Chase Brown with the humongous run right there. 1st down and 10, run play to the right-hand side is tackled in the backfield. 2nd down and 10, clock is ticking. Cincinnati is just running this clock with a 2-possession lead. They can pretty much do not let that happen as Hutchinson does get the football. And I don't know why you don't run. I don't understand why you don't run the football on that play and why you pass the ball. It's 2nd and 10. I would have ran the football again. And if anything, you're playing time, you're playing possession. Now you give them a short field position, only down with 6 minutes left, down by 12. Man, that's a frustrating situation. 2nd down and 7 here. Run play up the middle, and Gibbs tried so hard to break every tackle there. 3rd down and 8 for the Lions. Play action pass, looking, throws, and that's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. And I just realized that I think number 1 was actually Jameson Williams and not number 12. Oh, man. Okay, so number 1 is Jameson Williams. Who is number 12? Because he's actually a problem for us. And right now, this defense is so... The Lions defense right now is just firing on all cylinders. Like, this is a situation where we lost all momentum and we really just bit ourselves in the foot. That's Tim Patrick, old Broncos wide receiver. Tim Patrick is number 12. As right there, they catch the ball to the right-hand side. And boys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we have seen this storybook ending way too many times. First down and 10 here. It's going to be a play-action pass looking. Jared Goff throws. And it's actually intended for Jameson Williams. Great play by DJ Turner right there. Second down and 10 now. The 37-yard line. Screen pass here to Gibbs. Clock is dripping down. Both teams still have 3 timeouts left. Pass play here. Caught. Missed tackle on Sam Laporta on 3rd and 10. And we just couldn't tackle him. First and 10, wide throw to the left-hand side will bring up the 2-minute warning. Second and 10 now, 2-minute warning. Pass play caught across the middle, and that's going to be 3rd and 2, gain of 8 on the play. Clock is ticking. Detroit is going to try to run off all the time they can here, as, you know, they don't want to give Cincinnati the ball with any time left, especially with Joe Burrow on the other side. But... incomplete pass right there. Brings up 2nd and 10. Run play up the middle. And Gibbs is denied entry at the 1-yard line. Brings up 3rd and goal here with less than 40 seconds left. And that's a touchdown to Sam Laporta. So Cincinnati, 3 timeouts, 41 seconds. And we'll see if they're going to be down by 1 or down by 3. As this will determined based on the 2-point conversion. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated how this game went. We had a 12-point lead with 5 minutes to play. And there's Logan Wilson. See, I knew Logan Wilson eventually would get there. I just didn't know when. First down 10 for Joe Burrow looking. Throws. Caught. 8-yard pass. All right, that wasn't even worth it. 2nd and 2 here for Joe Burrow. Looks. Throws. Caught. Broken tackle. Oh. Chase Brown, baby. That was the best broken tackle I've ever seen, as I don't know what the heck that was right there. Money Mac needs at least the 40-yard line to make it a 57-yard field goal. 2nd and 10 here for the Bengals. Pass play to Mike Gesicki, and that will bring up around a 51-yard field goal attempt for Money Mac. This is a very, very long field goal attempt. And if we miss this, our season, undefeated season's over. That's what I'm trying to say. 51-yard field goals, up, and good. He made it. 2 seconds left. And they just run that off, by the way, on the kickoff. So, that's game, boys. That's game. They just ran it off on the kickoff, so it doesn't matter. They tried to return the kickoff. But that's over. That's game. And for the person who always comments down below, bro, it's always 400 yards. Joe had 290 yards. So he had less than 300 yards, my man. Less than 300 yards. With no offensive line, by the way. That was a game that was never supposed to come out because it had got corrupted 4 different times. It finally came out, and that was one crazy freaking game, boys. But we are 5-0. We're moving forward. Back-to-back insane games against the Broncos and the Lions. Who do we play next week? Can we have a break, please? See you guys next one. Peace out.